Greetings. How's everybody doing? So, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Seth, and I'm a lifelong contactee with many different star nations. And I hail from Lyra in Sirius, and I'm mainly connected to the Elohai Elohim and to the Golden Lion beings, and the Pleiades and Arcturus, and many other star nations that work together in a group of benevolent races here to assist humanity in the awakening process and the ascension process through this dimensional shift that we're going through. Now, the reason I'm making this video is because there's a lot of fear out there about the future and current timelines and what's happening, okay? And before I get into that and world events, I want to say we are in a spiritual war. This is true, okay? And if you look in hindsight, all the things that have happened on the earth, it's clear that there is a fallen force here that has been here for thousands of years, this death cult, okay? And it's out of balance, and it's trying to steer humanity into away from the ascension process and away from self-realization, away from wisdom, and away from realizing that the whole universe is within, and that unity consciousness and the heart is the answer to self-realization and ascension. Okay, now they also use our creative abilities to create for them, okay? And this is done through rituals and black magic and programming and propaganda that's thrown out in the world to create false belief systems that are in people's subconscious. They think, oh, the world works this way, so it's going to continue working this way. And they're using our creative gifts to anchor in their timeline, okay? And a lot of that is done mainly through fear, okay? And so fear is an illusion. Fear is bullshit. The only truth is love, okay? Okay, now that being said, if we look back in hindsight at the 2012 Olympic ceremony, you can see that they put the programming out there and foretold what they're going to do to try to escape karma for this whole, what happened in 2020, okay? They foretell what they're going to do and their plans, you know. And so if we look at this most recent Olympic ceremony, they're clearly mocking Christianity, and they're also saying that they're of the cult of Dionysus, the Greek cult of Dionysus, and it was clearly satanic and perverted. Okay, that's very clear. Okay, now there's a lot of people arguing over, oh, it's this or it's that. Well, it's all of the above, and they do this mockery in many different ways. If you look at the whole one eye symbolism, you know, they're mocking taking Horus's eye, okay? And if you look at the obelisks that they build, this is in mockery of them killing Osiris and cutting his body into 14 pieces. And only 13 of them were found, and 13 is an important number to them as well. Okay, the only piece that wasn't found was the phallus, okay? And then Isis made that out of gold, and you probably know the story. But anyway, they build these obelisks as a mockery of the death of Osiris, which was the original divine masculine force here, okay? And so these forces, they hate the Christ consciousness. They hate the true divine masculine. They hate the true divine feminine. The divine feminine has been wiped out of history on purpose because of these forces that are here. And the divine feminine is making a rise in the current time. Everything is coming back into balance, and they're trying to stop this. Okay, now that being said, we have to look at the whole game board, both sides of the coin. Enlightenment means seeing the whole game grid for what it is. Both sides of the coin is one. Light, dark, all the moves being made. Okay, but we choose where to put our energy, where we put our focus, and mostly where we put our emotion, because that's the energy that we're feeding. Okay, they want an emotional response from you. This matrix wants an emotional response from you and your focus in many different areas to create their timeline. All right, and so a lot of people are saying, oh, let's just not even look at all this stuff and just focus on positive stuff. Well, this is a form of spiritual bypassing, okay? And this is part of the reason that we're in the situation that we're in, because people think that, you know, it's fear. Like I made a post talking about this stuff, and people said, oh, this is fear-based. And it's like, no, actually, the only fear is your projection, because you're not grounded enough to look at the whole game grid without freaking out, okay? You need enlightenment means to see both sides and choose where to put your focus and your emotions. So that being said, we're going through a dimensional shift here. That's why the dark is going crazy and playing all their tactics and everything that's happening. But the old system is crumbling and there's a new system coming in. And that's what beings like I and many of you are incarnated here to do, is to anchor in this new system, to be on the positive high frequency shift of this dimensional shift. And let me tell you, both timelines are going to play out, and a person's frequency is going to put them on that timeline. And so right now we're coming to, both timelines are still together, but it's going to start separating. That's why we're seeing such polarization in the world, okay? So don't fall for the polarization. Look at everything from an expanded point of view and see it for what it is without giving it emotional energy, because that's what they want from you. Okay, so that being said, light wins. Okay, light wins. And we got to know this. We got to anchor these higher frequencies and these timelines into Pachamama, okay, through your vessel as the hollow bone, as we do this work and clear out all the bullshit. Heal all the traumas, all the emotional wounds, clear out the subconscious and all these false belief systems. And then you become the hollow bone. You know, and then you can hear your guides clearly. You can have discernment and you can see what's light and what's dark and what's in the middle and what's full of shit, all the trickster beings and all that stuff. It becomes clear, okay? And so align everything with your heart and with the higher frequencies, but don't bypass. Also take a look at the world situation, right, for what it is, okay? Because this is what wisdom is. This is what true enlightenment is, okay? To be able to hold your frequency and choose your frequency and stay grounded from within. That's not dependent upon the external, okay? Because we are creating our reality. This is the truth. And so if we hold these higher frequencies and these positive intentions and these positive emotions, knowing that the light wins and we're here for a purpose, okay? I wouldn't be having daily contact with fucking spaceships for no reason. Like, oh, well, all this stuff is happening, but we lost. Like, it's not how it is, okay? This is a game. This is a game of life, okay? And light wins. And so drop the fear. And that's what I wanted to get through in this video. I love y'all. Peace.